Okay folks, this one is going to be really dirty. I don't like handling dirty things, but that's what I do to make my demos appealing, especially to Channel 9, who's my target. And I really need to get in touch with my partner Luigi, and I can't do that unless I somehow make it to the 6 o'clock news, and Channel 9 is my choice. Just wish they'd get their fingers out and do something. Actually, we're going to use this. We're not going to use this one. We might have to do some different things. Okay, let's see what this is. It's really filthy. I think it was for the floods, when we had the floods recently. And so I found this on the side of the footpath, and it looked like the wind must have ripped into it. It's a piece of tarpaulin, which is typically used when there's a flood or a fucking deluge. It's really quite useful shit to use when you get that sort of thing. But I'm just going to use it as a demo piece. I don't know how this is going to look. Fuck, it's dirty, dusty, horrible. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite interesting. I do think we might need to maybe enlarge it more, or maybe scrunch it less. Maybe scrunch it a little bit less so it doesn't get too squashed in. We just want to have some more of that blue in there. I'm just going to screw it up and maybe just hold it gently, relatively gently, instead of pressing it. But yeah, they were a really big ticket item. When we get a flood or a fire, it's always up there in the news, and they're really busy covering it. And I do find that quite boring, like every other. That looks really quite interesting. It's got potential. I do think I might have to turn it a bit. But basically, yeah, I just get so over the way the news channels cover disasters. Disaster is indeed one of the D words that I talk about when I'm criticising the media, or should I say television, like Channel 9. That they just love the death, disease, disaster. You know the narrative. You heard me say it so many times, folks, if you've been following my videos. And indeed, it's quite monotonous, to be honest, folks. I do get bored. And that's, again, is not in the position I was after. I was trying to twist it down, but for some reason I've pushed it up. But basically, yeah, I just get sick of this silly shit that they like to air on the news, and they just get so bloody annoying. Like, sometimes I just get so fucking frustrated. And it does. I'm trying to get my work on their 6 o'clock news, to get in touch with my partner Luigi so I can marry him and put my past behind me, the things I did wrong in life that led to this debacle. And I just can't seem to break through. I can't seem to get it through to their thick skulls how important my stuff is. It's really hard. It's a combination of being insulted and, yeah, feeling powerless. I just feel so fucking powerless against the way the world is. The world is so evil and so hard to deal with. There's no love and no compassion and no anything. It's just about money. Money has become the most important commodity in life. Money is all that matters in this world. And people who can't make money, well, we're treated like we're shit. If we can't make money, we're just shit. So, basically I belong in the shit category. I'm disabled, and therefore I claim Centrelink, which is the Social Security. So if you're not in Australia, Centrelink is a Social Security department that helps people who are unemployed, or people who are disabled like me. But basically, yeah, it's not a way to live. I don't want to live on Centrelink anymore, folks. I really don't. I don't want to be living on my own and not having a friend and having a life. I really need a life. My dad and my brother hate me as well because of the stupid things I did when I was young. So I really have a lot riding on this, folks. I really have a lot that needs to be done to change my life, and I need to get in touch with my loved one because I can't live without love. I'll die of hatred. Hatred kills me, folks. Loneliness kills. Loneliness is not love. Loneliness is hatred. It's a form of hate that kills, that destroys, that just eats away at you on the inside, from the inside out. And it just devours you, and you can't get away from it. And it's horrid. It's horrid. And I can't seem to break out of this shit. I can't seem to find a way of getting into the life I want, to be with someone I love, to be able to have a sex life and not feel like I'm being sexually abused. I've been sexually abused because I did stupid things, and I want to put that away. I want to rise above it, have an experience where I'm not being abused, where I'm actually enjoying myself and not feeling frigid, because frigidness is brought on by abuse in my experience. So to be honest, I felt it just makes my blood run cold, what I went through, folks. What I went through. All this shit, all this abuse, all this bullshit. It just eats me from the inside. I'm 51 now. I could have married Luigi at the age of 19, as young as 19, and it would have been the exact right time to get married. And unfortunately, I never made it to the altar. I never made it, folks. I never made my place to the altar. I never found my place with Luigi, because I was teased and bullied at school and at church and fellowship. Sometimes I got teased and bullied, or at least at fellowship with all the young people, and some of the older people who weren't actually teasing and bullying me, but they made me feel unaccepted. They didn't accept me. I felt like to them I was a piece of shit. The churchies and the schoolies were really bad. They teased and bullied me to the point of absolute madness, and they just made me so fucking unhappy. I couldn't enjoy school. I couldn't even enjoy a school camp or a guide camp or any kind of camp, because if I was with any young people, I was going to get teased, okay? Teased, fucking to the point of fucking sickness. Really, it's madness, and I just couldn't control it. I just couldn't turn off the tap, turn off the switch. The bitches just kept coming at me and coming at me and coming at me. They wouldn't stop, and I just couldn't enjoy myself. I couldn't have fun. I mean, what's the point of life if you can't have fun, folks? Why live? It's a wonder I never necked myself. I was too strong for that. I had too much of a strong will to live, to decide to take my own life. But a lot of people have necked themselves over teasing and bullying. So think about it, folks, before you fucking hack into some seemingly unwanted person. How would you feel if that person suddenly hung themselves, right? Hung themselves. Just as well I didn't. I wasn't ready to die, so I never did any of that. And let's see how we go with this piece. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.